Wednesday, July 9th. Welcome into another episode of Daily Dingers brought to you by Better and Green. Guys, got a lot to say here. Going to try to make this quick. 5 plays today that we're going over. So, got to really condense things here. First and foremost, had a comment yesterday from Ben, part of our Better and Green team. He is a Royals fan, lives in the Kansas City area, and wants me to talk about the Royals today. Likes when I come on here talk about the Royals. Kind of gives him some more insight on his team that he doesn't have time to watch every single day. So, gonna touch on them. Early games today. First game goes at 2 Eastern. I like a play in that game, but didn't want to give it out as one of the three. So that's an extra that I'm gonna throw in. Speaking of Ben, he is really our fantasy football expert at Better and Green, and he really headlines the fantasy football draft guide that we give out. 2 days remaining to pre-order our guide at 50% off. So if you do like fantasy football, if you play fantasy football, especially if you play in a league for money, you can get this guide for $10 right now. It gives you the edge in your league. As gamblers, we're always looking for that edge. This is it. It's $10. You can get it today. Save yourself an extra $10 with the 50% off. Again, only 2 days left on that. Really, if you are a serious fantasy football player, consider getting our guide over at bettergreen.com, BETTOR green.com. So consider that if you do like fantasy football. Guys, 5 subs away from 1,000. Thank you to the subscriber that we gained yesterday. 5 away. Please help us get there by this weekend. As always, I want to thank all the subs that have been with us for as long as you have been, as long or as short as you have been. You all mean equal amount to us, so we really appreciate it. Please take that long to like the video. Leave me a comment. Let's quick get into it here. Ben, don't love the game today for your Royals here. I think a lot of people are going to be betting Pittsburgh, thinking there's no way they can get swept. Even though they're one of the worst teams in baseball. They've only put up 6 runs in their last 5 games combined. I don't like Pittsburgh here, but also don't want to lay Kansas City at minus 190. Don't know if that's a great spot for Kansas City. I would look at a first half under, first 5 inning under. We have Bailey Falter on the mound for Pittsburgh, Chris Bubich going for the Royals here. First 5 under, 2 good starting pitchers. That's the way I'd look at that game. Not going to be an official play, but I do appreciate the comment. And guys, if you want me to talk about a game or really dig into a game, let me know in the comments. I'll do that for you as well. The 2:10 Eastern game here, Toronto Blue Jays and Chicago White Sox. I forgot to recap yesterday. It wasn't great. 1-2. Lost on the White Sox plus 1.5. One on Texas money line. That was as easy as it gets. Terrible call on the Braves. They lost down 1.2 units yesterday. So struggled yesterday. That being said, been very selective. I'm going to be very selective for the remainder of the week heading into the All-Star break and coming out of the All-Star break with my official bets. I'm still going to give out 3 on the show, but I would advise everyone to do so. It's just a very random time in the MLB, and I know post All-Star break can be extremely random. I would just advise everyone to play it a little bit slower here. But the 2:10 game, I do actually like the White Sox again, plus 1.5. Again, not the official play for the show because I want to give the show some longevity here. But just think it could be a flat spot for the Blue Jays here. They're on a tremendous winning streak. Again, haven't lost since late June. Got rained out yesterday. The game went final after 7, but they had to wait around in the stadium with a 6-1 lead. Probably didn't really want to be there. Finally, the game gets called. They go home. They have an early start time today. They have to travel out to California to play the Athletics over the weekend. They do have the day off tomorrow, but just don't love the spot here for the Blue Jays, and I think the line is telling. They're only like a minus 155 favorite. You can get plus 1.5 on the Sox, minus 125, 120. I like that play, so that's how I'd look for that early game. All right, sorry guys, long-winded today, but let's get into the official plays here. My favorite play of the day, 7:40 Eastern start time, Chicago Cubs and Minnesota Twins. They are playing their second game of the 3-game series. Twins took game 1 8-1 yesterday. That line was extremely short on the Cubs. I thought it was a good spot for the Cubs yesterday, but that line really did scare me off. Now coming back here, you can get the Cubs minus 105, minus 115 for the Twins at home, and I love this spot for the Cubs today. That's probably going to be an official play for me, and like I said, I've been very selective over the last few days, and I will continue to be this week, but really nice spot for the Cubs. So looking back at their season, when they've lost the first game of a road trip, they've actually come back to win game two, 7 of 8 times. So 7-1 in this spot for the Cubs. They do have a winning record on the road, but like I said, they've lost, well, after yesterday, 9 games in the first game of a road trip. So they struggle there, I believe. Other than those, they are 24-12, I believe, on the road. So 66% on the road outside of first games. Really, really like this spot here for Chicago. On the mound, they have Cade Horton going. It is David Festa for the Twins. I like Cade Horton more than I like Festa. I think it's a pitching edge. I think the spot favors the Cubs here. Good road team, good in this second game of a road trip. Really puts me on the Cubs today at a very playable price, like Chicago. Next game up here, we're going 9:38 Eastern time. Texas Rangers and the Los Angeles Angels. Again, we were on the Rangers yesterday. They evened up the series 1-1 with a 13-1 win. 2 games left in this series. You can get Texas minus 120 on the road, even odds for the Angels. I don't love this game, but I didn't want to give out the White Sox. I probably like the White Sox more than this one, but I'm looking to play the Angels, and it's really more of a fade of Kumar Rocker here, the rookie starter for Texas. Just not a huge fan of him so far this year. And it's also his second time facing the Angels. He actually performed really well in his first game against the Angels back in April. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 earned runs, got the win. But second time through now that this team is going to see him, I think advantage goes to the Angels. Yeah, just not a big fan of Rocker on the mound. I liked the Rangers a lot more yesterday with Eovaldi on the mound, and I think pitching really kind of dictates how this team does. Their bats are very hit or miss, so kind of prefer the spot here for the Angels at home to take another lead in this series. Again, 4-game series, but kind of a fade on Kumar Rocker. Again, not in love with that play, but I do lean the Angels, even odds. And then final play here, 9:40 Eastern start time. The Diamondbacks and the San Diego Padres playing their third of 4. The Padres evened up the series 1-1 yesterday with a 1-0 win off a solo shot. Padres stole 2 home runs yesterday to secure that victory. I'm looking back at the Diamondbacks here in this game. You can get them at plus 120 on the road, right around minus 145 for San Diego. I think the value's on the Diamondbacks here, and that's the way I'm looking to play it. I don't put much stock into this, but just kind of interesting. Both teams are on a zigzag method right now. Loss, win, loss, win, loss for the Diamondbacks. For the Padres, it has been loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win. So, again, it's pretty random. I don't really put much into that. It's just kind of an interesting thought that Diamondbacks are, if the zigzag continues, will win today. Padres will lose, according to that zigzag for both teams. But even deeper than that, I just think the spot favors Arizona here. I think Arizona is kind of under the radar. San Diego's just really struggled to put together any consistent outings. You have Brandon Pfaadt going for Arizona against Dylan Cease for San Diego. I think San Diego is getting a bigger price tag because of Cease's name, but he really has struggled this year. Just 3-8 in the win-loss column, a 4.62 ERA, 1.33 WHIP. Meanwhile, Pfaadt, he's 8-6 in the win-loss column. His ERA has struggled, a 5.42, a 1.38 WHIP, but I do give the pitching edge. I guess a little bit to Pfaadt. I think it's pretty similar, but I do think you're playing a premium for Cease on the mound. I like the spot here for the D-backs. Running short on time, so that's going to wrap it, guys. But quick recap here. Would lean White Sox plus 1.5 at minus 125. Kind of like the first half under in Pirates and Royals. Cubs money line minus 105. Angels money line even odds, and Diamondbacks money line plus 120. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, really appreciate it. Let's have a profitable night tonight, and we'll see you in tomorrow's episode. Thanks for watching.